Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to start with the types of chemical reactions. In the last session, we have already studied about the different chemical reactions, how chemical reactions are taking place, what are reactants and what are products. Again, we have talked about the type of reaction like reversible or irreversible reaction. Now we are going to talk about how are the different types of chemical reaction taking place. That means in some reaction something is happening, whereas in other reaction the other thing is happening. What is the difference and how we can categorize them? So we have divided types of chemical reaction into number 1 combination reaction, number 2 decomposition reaction, number 3 displacement reaction, number 4 oxidation reaction, and number 5 reduction reaction. So before we start with these type of reaction, first of all try to know what is the chemical reaction. Chemical reaction is actually breaking and making of bonds between atoms taking place to produce new substance or product. That means when new products or new substance are formed, what are the different types which is happening? Some bonds are broken, some bonds are formed. Why some bonds are broken, why some bonds are formed, or what type of bonds are there, we will learn this in the next chapters. But in this chapter we will talk just only about the types of chemical reaction which is taking place. So the first type of chemical reaction we will talk about combination reaction. In combination reaction we will also study subcategories as exothermic reaction and endothermic reactions. So first, combination reaction. Combination reactions are reaction in which two or more reactants combine to form single product. That means two reactants combine to form single product. See, reactant 1, reactant 2 will give product. It is not necessary that always two reactants are there. There may be more than two reactants also. Example, calcium oxide. Calcium oxide is also called as quicklime, reacts vigorously with water to produce calcium hydroxide, means slake lime, along with huge amount of heat. So huge amount of heat is released in this type of combination reaction. See, calcium oxide plus water will give calcium hydroxide. Calcium oxide is solid, water is liquid, calcium hydroxide is aqueous. As I have already said, aqueous means this contains water. A solution which contains water is aqueous. Liquid means it is in liquid state. We are not using water as a steam, neither we are using water as solid like ice. We are using water as a liquid. So calcium oxide, quicklime plus water will give slake lime. These are the words which are commonly used, but in chemistry we will say calcium oxide, quicklime, and calcium hydroxide as slake lime. This particular reaction is nothing but when we do whitewash. I think you people may have seen that we are using whitewash for coloring. Even we are using it for construction in olden days, like Bibi Ka Maqbara, Panchakki, Taj Mahal, Qutub Minar, red forts. All these forts were prepared by slake lime. So what they do, they take quick lime, put water in it, and it becomes a slake lime. This aqueous solution they put in the form of coloring, whitewash, and after that what happened, this calcium hydroxide slowly absorbs carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and it get converted into calcium carbonate. This calcium carbonate is similar, or it is as hard as marble or stones, and it get converted into calcium hydroxide, and which we use for whitewashing. And this calcium carbonate is formed within 2 to 3 days after whitewash. So we need 2 to 3 days for making a hard coating of calcium carbonate. Here is the reaction: slake lime or calcium hydroxide reacts with carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is atmospheric carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. It gives calcium carbonate plus water. Now we have one more combination reaction: burning of coal. When the coal is burned, it combines with oxygen to give carbon dioxide and huge amount of heat. Even we can take combustion of hydrogen gas. Hydrogen combines with water to give water. So these are the combination reaction in which two or more than two products combine to form single product. Two or more reactants combine to form single product. Hence, The combination reaction we can also categorize into exothermic reaction. So what is exothermic reaction? A reaction in which huge or large amount of heat is released during the reaction is called as exothermic reaction. Means when huge amount of heat is released in the reaction is called as exothermic reaction. We can take the example what we have just said. Calcium oxide solid combines with water to form calcium hydroxide plus heat. The heat is so much, if you have seen that during whitewash when we add calcium oxide tuna into water, so what happens? The water starts to boil. The heat is so much, more than 100 degrees, the water get converted into steam. So see how much heat is released. We can take the example of this carbon plus oxygen. Carbon is solid, oxygen is gas. We get carbon dioxide as a gas plus lot of heat. This is burning of coal, charcoal, koila. Then we have burning of hydrogen gas to give water. This is what is hydrogen gas. We are using this in rocket fuel because hydrogen is most combustible gas and it can easily get combustible. And the most important for hydrogen gas is a green gas. That means it is not giving you carbon dioxide or any pollutant, but instead it is giving you water. And water is very important resource for living organism. So we can use this hydrogen gas plus oxygen will give water plus heat. The next exothermic reaction or combustion reaction is burning of natural gas. Natural gas is nothing but methane. So when methane is burned with oxygen or in the presence of oxygen, it gives carbon dioxide, water and heat. Please note that all the hydrocarbons, let it be gases like methane, petrol, diesel or any other hydrocarbon which we use as a fuel for combustion, it gives what? It gives you carbon dioxide and water. These two things are very important, and along with that huge amount of heat. Even we can take the example of exothermic reaction like carbohydrates. Normally what happen, whatever we eat like rice, potato, breads, fruits, vegetable, salan, roti, gosh, anything, whatever we are eating, they are carbohydrates. These carbohydrates are complex compounds. In first stage, these carbohydrates or complex compound are broken down into simple compounds, and this simple compound is nothing but glucose. And in the second stage, the glucose is broken down to give you what? Energy. And this energy is what we are using for respiration, for digestion, for maintaining our body temperature, for our activities, everything. And this is what is nothing but metabolism. So here we have taken the example glucose plus oxygen will give carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. This is the reverse of photosynthesis, because in photosynthesis what happens? Carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll gives you glucose plus oxygen. It is reverse of that. So glucose, how glucose is formed? By cracking or broken when carbohydrates are broken down, it gives glucose. This glucose combined with oxygen. How you get oxygen? When we inhale oxygen. When we inhale glucose combined with oxygen to give carbon dioxide. How we get carbon dioxide? When we exhale, and along with that we get water along with our aspiration and plus energy. These are the examples of what? Exothermic reaction. Listen, this is not a combination reaction because glucose and oxygen, these are two reactants, but we are getting more products. So this is not combination reaction, but it is an example of exothermic reaction. Exothermic means heat is released. So opposite of exothermic will be what? Endothermic. So what is endothermic reaction? A reaction in which heat is absorbed during reaction to form product is called as endothermic reaction. Heat is absorbed. So whatever process requires heat is endothermic reaction. Like suppose example ice. When ice absorbs heat, it gives liquid water. See, only state is getting changed. It is not a chemical reaction, but it is endothermic reaction. Only state is solid to liquid. Liquid water absorbs heat, evaporation, water vapors. Even we can take the example of common salt, table salt. When table salt is added into the water, we get aqueous sodium chloride, and this aqueous sodium chloride required what? Heat. So when we add salt grains to the water, what happen? It get dissolved. How it get dissolved? By absorbing heat. So all these are the examples of endothermic reaction. So what I want that you should learn all these reactions, because in examination they may directly ask the reaction like what is natural gas, and explain the reaction of natural gas with oxygen. Or they will say what is reverse of photosynthesis. Yeah, what happened when the glucose is broken down? So you need to write down these reactions. Or what do you mean by whitewash? Explain the process of whitewash. Or how calcium carbonate is formed. So whatever these reactions today we have learned, make a chart of it, make a notes of it. I am sending you notes also. Go through it. If you are having any difficulty, let me know. Chemistry is one of the important topic, because if you people want to take science in future in 11th standard, you cannot run away with chemistry. So chemistry is must. Even if you take bio, but still chemistry will be there. Even if you take science, maths, even chemistry is there. So try to learn all these reactions. These reactions are easy to understand, but if you're having any problem, let me know. Okay, Allah Hafiz.